Welcome to this week's podcast with Ultimate Athlete Concepts. I'm Joseph Johnson, owner of Ultimate Athlete Concepts. I'm joined by our able interpreter today, Jake Jensen, as well as Jeff Moore from DC Sports Training, and our special guest, Dr. Anatoly Bondarchuk, greatest coach of all time in any sport. So we're very grateful and privileged to have him with us. And we're going to be discussing some of his training concepts and how they differ from what we've seen in the Western world a lot, and what makes it unique, because his track record is absolutely unparalleled. And as most people who follow us know, that while theory is great, what we really care about are results. And no one can hold a candle to the results that Dr. Bondarchuk has gotten over the course of his career. There's no one even close. So what we want to do is kind of look inside his mind and to see how did he get those results? Exactly what was the frame of mind, and what's his rationale? So welcome, guys. We really appreciate you joining us. Dr. Bondarchuk, always is a great pleasure and privilege to have you aboard, and we look forward to learning from you today. As I mentioned, there's a difference between the West and coaches from the former Soviet Union and the Eastern Bloc. And one of the biggest concepts that I think, conceptual differences that I think there are, is that in the West, especially with throwers, and this relates to other sports too, but specifically to throwers, we do a lot of maximal lifting, lots of lifts. And as Dr. Bondarchuk has said, we tend to focus too much on maximal strength, and guys are maybe too big, even. Dr. Bondarchuk, what is the greatest fault or the greatest problem with training maximal lifts at 90% or above? What is the biggest defect with that?
Поняли, Анатолий, или нет? Анатолий, вы поняли вопрос?
Ну, не совсем. Ну, понял, что максимальный лифт, что надо 90%. Объясни мне немножко вкратце, потому что Йозеф очень быстро говорит, понимаешь, а у меня такой лангвидж, что я быстро не могу хорошо понять. Понимаешь? Так что если он говорит или задает вопрос, и пускай он говорит, тихо, раздельно, чтобы я понял больше. Ну давай, что он хочет?
We're losing our sound there, Jeff. Okay. Jake? We establish a new connection. Should I disconnect him and go back? Okay. That's not Jake's fault or Jeff's fault. I'm sorry. Right. We got some bad luck.
Okay. Look, any zone intensity, any zone, about 20, 30, 50, 60, 90, 100, 110 help for the development strength.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
But look, if you use more intensity zone, this better you development maximum strength. What example? Look, this more zone intensity, more maximum strength, but more intensity, down speed.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
Example, you must choose what you want. If you want speed, you must use low zone intensity. If you want maximum strength, you must use more zone intensity. No, example, have lots of events. Events, look here, need speed and need maximum strength. Need. No, but here need good, not maximum speed, about 70% speed and 70% strength. You must use about 60, 70, 80 zone intensity. Understand? I think this example this good for throwers. Example, have maximum strength, have good speed. And understand? If need maximum strength, maximum, no, usually best athlete, no, last maybe no beginning 19. No, I know. I have lots of friends. I know lots of coach use about 80, 85, 90% use. Understand? No, but and use about 100%, 105% pull. Example, pull snatch exercise, pull clean. Understand? Use. No, but if you say about percentage, no, about 80% use 80-85 zone. 80-85 zone, 10, 15, 20%, 95, 100, 120. No, about. No, somebody 80-85, so somebody 85-90. Understand? No, but this zone 80-90%. Understand?
Yes.
About somebody 70%, somebody 90%. No, this zone, this zone, a maximum zone. No, somebody 5, somebody 10, somebody 20. Example. No, but I know athlete who use only 80%. Only. I have a friend. My friend, he was two-time Olympic champion, Vasily Alexeyev. He have maybe 76 world record about, or 72, I don't know. He used only 80% and use 8-10 reps. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Other athletes use other system. No, but no need say what this system good or this system bad. And understand?
Yes.
Example, if you use 100% use intensity, okay, you have 100%. If you use example 80%, значит, first rep, second reps, 5, 10 reps, same 100%.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
So, but if you use 80%, you development more speed. Understand? So you 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. After maybe last rep, 110%. Understand?
Yes.
Need choose what you need, Joseph. What you need. If need strength and speed, or need speed or strength. And understand?
Yes.
You must give equation self. Okay, if you need strength and speed, for example, lifting athlete, okay, need use 90, 100%, 85%. If need if need speed and strength, example, hammer thrower, discus thrower, no better use, example, 70, 60, 80. Understand? This because no before 40 years, example, Hill and Verkhoshansky think more maximum strength, give transfer for speed. Understand? No, this was an idea 40 years ago. Now the different idea. If speed needs speed, you need speed. Okay, no need maximum in enough level. Need okay. No, but no need example for shot putter, for hammer, for discus. No need have full squat 320 kilo. Understand? No need. Enough. 200 kilos half squat. Enough. No, but lots of athletes, lots of coaching. Okay, more speed, more strength, more better. Understand? What look body Yuri Shidich and example hammer thrower Logan. What look figure figure different. Logan here big shoulder, big everything, very big. Understand? A Yuri no. Because Yuri use different system. Any system built body fiber. Understand?
Yeah.
What no example in Canada have athletes Stasi. He more bigger exact Yuri. More bigger, same lifting, very heavy, very. A Yuri small, no, but Yuri have explosive muscle, have more speed and strength and explosive. And this too much use lifting. Need training in hammer. And somebody training use 2 events. Lifting events and throw events. You understand? Need choose, need fast. First, this no example for me. Example. First, this hammer. First hammer. After lifting, after jumping, after sprinting. Understand? Other system. No. First lifting. After throwing. Understand? This different idea. Different. Because lifting must help for hammer. And understand?
Right.
This different. This general idea. A general idea different everything. Example. Yuri, Yuri, I and other Yuri, other athletes, okay, have lifting in training, no, about 5-6 tons. You understand? One training. No, this idea first hammer after lifting. Other athletes use 20 tons, 15-20. Every session is think what this transfer for hammer. This is not transfer. This kill hammer. And understand? Kill hammer. No, but look, if you think need grow first hammer, you have lots of problems. You must develop explosive muscle. You must have good technique. You must have good transfer. Understand? But it's simple, very simple. No need have brain. No need brain. Okay, I more training. I more lifting. I have more results. Snatch, squat, clean. With give result.
Yeah.
And understand? No need find about transfer. Understand? No need think about speed. No special speed. Special strength. Simple, okay, lifting, okay, you go. Yes, this system give result, no maybe more quick that other system, because young boy looks 16, 17, 18 years very big for this goal, same crap, understand? You look other, no, but you look in future, this big boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years after finish stop. This all time grow. I told you about two-way, understand?
Yeah.
Two-way. First way about technique, about speed and strength. Explosive muscle, he have a good future. This no okay, no 75 meters after stop, no 77, no, but not 86, not 87. Understand?
Right. So to recap that and for the listener, basically what Dr. Bondarchuk is saying is that number one, you have to look at what the athlete needs. And for whatever the particular sport is, and from what he said with throwers, as an example, is that they need to be fast, very fast, and they don't need to be really big. They need speed. The size and the maximum strength really isn't the big issue. It's more of how fast the hammer moves for speed of hammer. With that being the case, a lot of the training is done between 60 and 80%, and not to failure, below failure, because we want to capture the speed of the movement. Where it's most transferable onto the thrower of the event. So basically the concept is, maximal strength is not necessary. He needs some strength, but he doesn't need to be training in the 90+% range all the time, or at 100 or 105, because the lifts are too slow. Now, Jake, when most of the lifts, like what we've talked about with Martin, is they're in the 60 to 80% range, just like Dr. Bondarchuk alluded to. What is of interest to me is that if that being the case, are we focusing on the lift being done as fast as possible? I mean, is that a very conscious effort on the part of the athlete and on part of the coach to observe? Is that the lifts are being executed as fast as possible?
Так что он хочет знать, если упражнение проводено между 60 и 80% максимум, есть фокус упражнения, делать упражнения быстро как можно.
Естественно, да, Джеки, если ты хочешь, if you have problem, the development speed, understand speed, you must use quick, fast exercise, and understand you must use no only I do 60%, I do easy. No, you must do fast. You must do fast. Understand? because you want the development maximum speed. Example, in sprinting, have rule. Have rule. If you want the development maximum speed, you must use zone about 90-100% in training. In training. No, somebody, the general somebody 95, 100 uses somebody use other exercise, go down, understand, 105 speed, 110, or example, go car, he go on car, understand? There's need 100%, 95% for speed, for maximum speed. Same throwers, same other if you have a problem the development maximum speed. Need do fast.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what I'm understanding is, yeah, exactly. We're trying to go fast with the movement, and we're hoping. And Jake, maybe I make sure that I make this clear. We're hoping that with each workout, because we're using a similar load throughout the workouts, we're hoping that the speed continues to increase with each workout. That we're looking for that to keep going.
Yes, but look, in example, in throwing. Use three kind implements. You use heavy. This for the development maximum strength, compete, and like about 5 kilos, 6 kilos, 5 halves, 6 halves. If you use this implement, you use more than 7 kilos. Understand?
Yes.
You help develop special maximum speed. You think, okay, if my result in 5-6 kilo go, I must transfer to 7 kilos.
Yes.
You understand the
yes.
idea?
Jake, can you clear that up too for me? What he just said.
Yeah, and I think what he's getting at is that when you're trying to develop speed, the load may be later, like the load may be 60%, but the execution is done at 100% of effort. What he's saying is in throwing, they have implements that are lighter than the competition one, so the load is like 80% or something. They still throw it at 100% speed. So even though you're at like an intensity zone of 8%, your effort is still 100%.
Right.
Because you're trying to access that speed development.
Jeff, do you hear that echo?
Yeah, I hear it. I've got an echo.
I got an echo too. What is there anything that we should do on our end? Are you okay?
If you're not talking, you can turn off your microphone. And
yeah. Okay. So Jeff, but on your end, what you're recording is okay. Okay, that's all that matters. I mean, I'll turn my microphone off when I'm not talking, and maybe we'll do the same. Maybe that'll help it out on our end, Jake, so it's not distracting. Okay. So now the other question is this. Because you're doing everything in 4 to 6 week blocks, you're for the most part, I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Bondarchuk, is that we're looking for the result to grow during the each cycle, and what I'm assuming is that the development or the increase in speed of a particular lift during the 4 to 6 weeks starts to kind of level off at the end of that cycle. And so correct me if I'm wrong, that we're looking for that speed to grow. And now when it levels off, now we're going to switch gears and we're going to use some different means. Does that make sense, Jake? Okay.
Joseph, if I listen about 4 weeks cycle or 6 weeks cycle, I smile. Who say about 4 weekly cycle, 6 weekly cycle? This coach not understand periodization. And understand example. What this is 4 week. 4 week, every week 6 training. Okay. То есть 1 week 6 training. 6 for 24-hour training. Only 24. Other group, okay, 6 week and 6 training. 36. This wrong. This very wrong. First, have 8 group. 8 group. First group, development reach peak condition after 38 training. 38. Second group, 50. Third group, 75. After 100, 125, 150, and have group 200 session need. He give me question about 4 weeks. Impossible. Anybody cannot reach peak condition after 4 weeks. No, maybe somebody can reach peak condition after 6 weeks. Maybe. No, usually, majority athlete use reach peak condition about 50-75 training. About, not 24, not 36, about 50-75. No, somebody, again say, needs 125. Somebody needs 200 session. Understand? 4 week, this, no, impossible, reach peak condition. Impossible. I'm not dissing you.
Yes,
I'm sorry. There you go. So to recap that and to clarify, okay, so let's say the sessions are longer, the cycles are longer, like what Dr. Bondarchuk said.
No. Joseph, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Example. If come to me, new athlete, first, I must study his reaction.
Yes.
I give training program. He use 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 5 week, 6, 10, and fix every training maximum result. Understand? After I look, somebody, yes, reach peak condition after, example, 38. Okay, I know for this athlete need use cycle for 38 session. Understand? Okay, I know you and I know other athlete need 50. I know. I study athlete. I study reaction athlete. Okay, this 50. Other athlete 75. Okay, for first group I give cycle about 36 training. Understand? Okay, about 6 weeks. Other I give 1 about 8 week, understand? Other I give 10, 12, understand? No same, no same, no same, because different body, different need time for reach peak condition, not same. Everybody, example, what big mistake about Матвеев, Верхошанский, Bomba, other. Okay, preparation period for any athlete, give example, 4 months. Understand? Somebody give 8 months. Understand? Okay, example, give preparation period, значит, 4 months. If you have athletes who reach peak condition after 2 months, okay, example, September, end of October, he reached peak condition, after result down, about 5-10%. Are you continuing training? Understand? For what?
Right.
For what? Or look, or somebody use peak condition after 6 months. Or you give only 4 months. Okay, he used 4 months. You broke. You give other system. He not reach peak condition. Understand?
Yeah.
This need individual. 6 week, okay, somebody 6, somebody 8, somebody 12. This the coach must know reaction. For example, I know I have lots of athletes, lots of. No, but I know everybody. I know reaction. Example, Sultana Frizel. She have no training with me. Have result 75.04. She reached peak condition about 18 sessions. 18. Dylan about 60. Understand? Так for Frizel I give this period, preparation period, 3 week example. А Dylan need example 3 months, and 2 months half. Understand?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So basically the idea is, and I'm going to kind of, so what Dr. Bondarchuk is saying, number one, is everybody's different. The cycles cannot be preset within tightly, kind of constrictions like 4 weeks, 6 weeks. It could be longer. For the most part, there will be longer. And I guess the question is, to go back to what I said, and if you can ask him this one in Russian, Jake, is obviously we're looking for the result to grow. Are we assuming, because the result's growing, are we also assuming that with the lifts, that the speed of those movement, the exercises that you're using, that the speed of those are also increasing as the result is also correlating in improvement? Would that be the assumption?
Yeah, okay. Так что он спросит, например, если у вас есть атлета, а через месяц или 2 он делает еще раз ту самую упражнение, что он сделал как 2 месяца назад, можно сказать, что теперь, если он делает это упражнение с тем самым, как вага, как тем самым имплементом, скорость упражнения будет еще быстрее, чем было 2 месяца назад, что у него будет лучший результат по быстрости через 2 месяца тренирования. Можно так сказать?
Ну, смотри, значит, по идее.
Да, по идее.
Да. Если у него этот цикл составляет 2 месяца.
Ага.
Если он...
ну, или какой-то месяц. Не должно быть 2, но сколько...
Okay, wait. If somebody reach peak condition after, example, 2 months,
Да.
2 months, no, this about 50 training session, understand?
Да.
Okay, he usually next, то есть last 1 week, last 2 week, result grow. No,
Да.
if you look result first training, first week and last week, result grow. If no, this cycle give good exercise, good have transfer, result better. Understand? Must grow speed and strength and everything must grow. No, but if he reach peak condition after two months, understand? He reach peak condition and continue use same system exercise, result down.
Безусловно, да.
Down about 5 to 10%. Understand? The same if somebody use about reach peak condition after 3 months. Same. If he reach peak condition, need no time or if no change exercise, result down same. 5, 10%. Understand? This idea, look, this preparation period, or this compete period, end of preparation period, you athlete must reach peak condition. Understand? After this level, you must keep 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Need each peak condition after need change every 3-4 months. And understand? Result keep 5 months, 3 months, 4 months. If no change, result down, you finish. A la comedy, understand? After need do second preparation period. After same need 3-4 months for reach second peak condition. Understand?
So from what I'm gathering from what he said, is that kind of...
Yeah, and that kind of gets back at your earlier question when you were asking him, after a certain period of training, do you need to change your approach?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what he's getting at, is that, of course, if you pick the right exercises that have transfer to the sport, after 50 training sessions, there should be an improved result.
Yeah.
And then going forward, you change those exercises that have still have correlation.
So basically, the correlation would be seen in it, like if you were, for example, to measure bar speed, the correlation would be there, that it continued to improve, and then there was a point where, okay, that stops working, the body's adapted to it, and now it's not being seen on the implement. So you would expect a correlation between the fact that the implement, the training, the improvement has decreased. So the correlating would be the bar speed of the different lifts that have transfer have either stopped or also started to decline as well, because the body's fully adapted to those. So so let me recap that as well, make sure that the listener understands exactly. Basically, when you are in trying to achieve peak condition, from the first session to the last session, you see an improvement in the actual event. And in throwing, it's easy because you can measure how far the athlete throws, and they throw a lot, and so you can always kind of be measuring that. So that should always be the case. And when the result stops growing or when it's halted, okay, it's time to switch gears. And then that's really the periodization underlying concept, is you switch gears when what you've been doing stops working to the same degree. And he knows, by having been around so many athletes over the time, he has a pretty good predictor right away as to how this athlete will do. What I would like to discuss real quickly, and Jake, this one will definitely need your help here explaining this. With American sports, team sports especially, it's different. when you're throwing implements that are lighter, let's say like a football or a baseball, or your hands, like in combat sports or boxing or whatever, we would want more speed, I would assume. And what I'd like to be able to see is what Dr. Bondarchuk thinks about when the implements are lighter, and and we want more speed. Where would they be at? If we're 60 to 80% with throwers whose implements are a little heavier, where would we be at where the implements are far lighter, or if they're just the hands themselves?
Хорошо. Так что он хочет знать...
Обожди, я еще ему скажу. Значит,
Да, давайте на русском.
Have two kind peak condition. Two kind. First, calendar time and individual time. What it mean calendar time? Okay, somebody training 3 times per week. 3 sessions. And understand? Somebody training 6 sessions. Who use 6 sessions? He more shorter calendar time. More shorter. And understand? If no example in United States, somebody shot putter use shot put only 2 times per week. Only 2 times. Example, Gillen use 6 times, sometimes 12 times. And understand? If example, what you count, if two sessions per week, 2 sessions only, for body who reach peak condition after 38 session need 60 need wait need about 14 weekly cycle. Understand?
Right.
I if use 6 times, you need no 14, example 6 or 7. I if use 12 times, need no 4 months, need 2 months or 5 weeks. Understand? This need no calendar time and individual time. Understand? More session, more shorter calendar time. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. About team kind sport and throwing, lifting, different. What different? First, this is group. If example, if throwers can every day use same program about 6 week, 10 week, 12 week can. I give program, he do every day same. Everything. No, but if team sport, no, this impossible because all time change situation, all time change exercise.
Yeah.
Значит, look, I give periodization, new one. I said, example, have 42 system building preparation period. 42. Example, first, complex method. What idea complex method? You take same system exercise, use, you reach peak condition. This process shorter. Understand? I can use same, no, but team impossible. Значит, have other method. This method, variation method, need after 3 weeks change program. Because example, throwing can change. Every example 4 weeks. Understand? But team sport change every training.
Right.
because it change situation. This group athlete need use variation method. Variation. То есть change, natural change, no, because in situation every day it different and change for everybody because need long time reach peak condition, long time. No example, somebody. Ну, example, Sultana Frizel, sometime she used 10, 12 period in development every year. Understand? Reach peak condition, after second peak condition, after second peak condition, I think impossible. Impossible. This good variant, everybody come, all time change because have long time season, First, if you change, you 2-3 times do long repeat condition, not 2 months, about 6 months after change, keep level. No, this good. No, but I say again, repeat. If you no change, result down 5-10%. If change, you keep. For team events, то есть kind sport. If go result down, finish. Impossible have second reach peak condition. Impossible. It can only one time. No, say about everybody have peak condition in team about after 2-3 months. About. That's majority athlete. After change, after keep. This long time about compete period. Example, уже official compete hockey was beginning sometime end of September. No, October show. Look, October, November, December, January, February, maybe 7 months, 8 months. Need have good prepare, good condition. So this is different. Need different. I give 42 method. You must know. Okay, have Anatoly give 42 method. I know this 42 method. Example. No, but for my kind sport, for specific, I must use only variation. Understand? Other kind of sport can use complex method. This need know specific kind of sport. Understand? Not same all kinds same system. No, different system.
So with that being the case, let me rephrase and maybe we'll kind of redirect that a little bit. If you're talking about, let's say, a sprinter, for example.
Yeah.
A sprinter, would a sprinter on the Olympic level, high level, who doesn't play in a team sport, would their percentages be lower than 60 to 80% in the training, for speed? Would they be down further, or would they be in the same range that a thrower would be in?
Joseph, for development, maximum speed.
Yeah, maximum speed.
Maximum speed. Use short distance, about 30-60 meters.
Okay.
About 30-60 meters, use about 95-100% maximum speed.
In the sprinting, so they'd be running at 95 to 100%.
and lifting, and lifting, you need 50, 60, 70, 80, understand?
50 to 80.
Yeah, they need set what is run, this lifting. Lifting must help. You must help. You must do exercise fast.
Yeah, right. So they would run.
But zone low zone, and about 50, 60, no 70, no, understand?
Yeah, yeah. So with that being the case, if it was 50 to 80%, the closer that they get to a race, would the percentage change? Like, would they go from 80 down to 50, 50 to 80, or would it be somewhere in the middle? Like, the closer they get to a race, right before they get to a major race, a big race, would the percentages be on the lower end, or would they be on the higher end? 50 to 80% for a sprinter. Like, if he's getting ready for the Olympics, right before the Olympics occur, where would you guess that he would be at? On the 50% side, or higher up to the 80% side?
No, Joseph, no, this need no. Okay, I use 50%. Okay, good transfer. Example, good transfer to maximum speed. This in run. Okay, yeah. You use 50. Somebody maybe needs 70. And understand? Okay. This because body different.
It depends on the need of the individual.
Yeah, not only here. Not only here. And understand? And percentage about zone 50, 80. No. This is different. No, somebody need about zone 50 percentage. After zone 70, same 50. So somebody need 70% intensity, and 30 only 50 zone in intensity. It does not have rule.
Yes. Okay. Right. It's not a set rule. It depends on the individual.
Different body. No different body.
I understand.
A different level.
Yes.
Speed and strength.
Yes.
Need fine. Understand? Anybody cannot help because have lots of athletes. They different athletes.
Yes.
Understand?
I understand.
No athlete.
So basically, the idea is that it's individual to the athlete. If the athlete seems to be responding well to 70% and not as well to 50%, you go with what the athlete's responding to, and every athlete's different. And you have to find out. So there is no preset rule. We know that it's about 50 to 80%. Where the athlete falls in there depends on that individual athlete, depending on what you're seeing. So if they're getting better, then you must be on the right track. If they're not, then you want to find the percentage that is best for that athlete. Is that correct, Dr. Bondarchuk?
Yes, correct. No, but look, come to me, athlete. Значит, have example. First peak condition. Okay, I try example only 50%. Understand?
Yeah.
То есть 50 zone intensity. After he reach peak condition, I see. Okay, if athletes grow, I say okay, good transfer for him. Good. If not grow, I must find other zone.
Yes.
I use about 70%, or 60, or 80. Okay, I use 80. Okay, not grow. I find mixed. Mixed about 50 zone 50%, 70, 50. Understand?
Yeah.
I must find look, Joseph, have a general idea.
Yeah.
Understand?
Right.
You must adapt everybody for this general idea.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
Anybody, any scientist, any coach, not say you what this need here. Understand? No. You smart. Understand? Because this individual.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes. So basically, and I'll recap this. I think this kind of will help us wrap this up appropriately is that for the listener, they're general rules that have been developed by the scientists, and it's the coach's job to understand what works best for this athlete within these rules. So we know we have this general concept of what works for an athlete. So if it's 50 to 80% for the sprinter, we want to find out where this athlete responds the best. So we try. 50, it doesn't seem to be improving. 60, we try. 70, 80. We find which one works the best for that athlete. And that may change over time, too. So that athlete may respond later to something different. It's not always the same. And so the general idea is that you take the general concepts that science has given you, and then you try them with the individual athlete, and then you find what works with that athlete the best. And as time goes by, you know that athlete you get to know the athlete much better. And so your experience gives you more insight into where to start from. You're not guessing as much. So with Dr. Bondarchuk's long career now spanning over 4+ decades, he has a much better feel right away for the athlete and where to try. But once again, for younger coaches, the rules are not set in stone. So you're not adhering to one particular thing. You're trying things out within a scope of what makes sense. And I think that's the key takeaway from this whole conversation here is that, number one, unless you don't, very few athletes need maximum strength, unless you're a power lifter like Jake, or if you're maybe an Olympic weightlifter, you're going to see people like that. But by and large, athletes don't need that. So we want to find the range where they need to be at, and within that group, you still want to find out what's individually best for the athlete. And does that sound correct, Dr. Bondarchuk, as far as the underlying idea to your approach is that you know the rules and then you find what works best for your individual athlete?
Joseph, you do mistake.
Okay,
you say maybe different everybody. No, maybe. No, maybe.
Different. Okay, right.
No, maybe. This sure everybody is different. And
yes.
Understand
yes.
that this is general rule.
Yes.
Understand? Your body and me and Jackie different.
Yes.
Different everything.
Yes.
And look, you must know every coach. If come to you new athlete, understand? First 3, 4, maybe 5 years, you give good system, bad system, any system. Understand? He grow for middle level.
Yeah.
After he reach the middle level, about I don't know, about 75 meter in 100. Understand? About. After have lots of problems. After need find system for this athlete.
Yeah.
Because method the development 60 meters, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85 different. Understand? If you use same method, okay, first 5 years the result grow after same because body adapt.
Yes.
The body need new one system and understand new one. If you not give new one system, impossible grow. Impossible.
Yes.
Need all time change. Need all time something find. Understand?
Yeah.
If not find new one, impossible. Grow after stop.
So basically, he corrected my error there. Everyone's different. All athletes are different, and you got to see what works. And what works at the lower level is not going to work again at the higher level. So when the athlete's lower level, everything seems to work to whatever degree. Middle level, less things work, but you have more leeway. High level, you're all the time having to change because the athlete needs unique stimulus because he's adapted to so many things over the course of 5 years or 10 years. So like with Dylan, for example, for Dr. Bondarchuk, you have to be much more creative. He's over 30 years old. He's been training a long time. He's world class already. So you have to be all the time changing to get Dylan to throw further, as opposed to an athlete who's 18 years old and who's a young athlete. There's two totally different ideas, concepts. So I think that kind of encapsulates everything that we wanted to talk about today. Dr. Bondarchuk, we really appreciate you answering the questions, because these are concepts that aren't very well understood in the United States, and we'd like to talk again, maybe in a few weeks, with you to take this conversation further, some more details of the approach, if you will, and kind of discuss these ideas in more detail at that time. So thank you very much for joining us today, Dr. Bondarchuk. Thanks again, Jake. We appreciate it, and Jeff for engineering everything for us. And we look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.